Have you ever wondered how everyone talks about confidence, strength, hustle, resilience, all the big, bold, powerful words when it comes to personal growth? But what if I told you there's something even more powerful and essential to leveling up as a person, and it's not what you'd expect? It's vulnerability. Yes, that thing that most people avoid like the plague. The thing we're taught to hide, to push down, to pretend doesn't exist. The truth is that vulnerability is the key ingredient nobody wants to talk about, but it's sitting right at the heart of real, lasting personal development. Without it, all other things, confidence, strength, resilience, don't really stick. You can fake them for a while, sure, but if there's no vulnerability underneath, the whole thing eventually cracks. Think about it. Vulnerability is basically you showing up as you. Your flaws, your fears, insecurities, all of it. It's saying, hey, I don't have it all together, but I'm here anyway. And honestly, that takes way more guts than pretending everything's perfect. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you permit yourself to actually grow because you are no longer hiding behind a wall. One of the sneakiest things about personal development is that it often asks you to confront your blind spots. But how are you actually supposed to do that if you're not willing to admit that they are there? Vulnerability cracks that door open. And yeah, that can feel terrifying at first. Nobody loves sitting in discomfort, but the discomfort is where you actually start figuring things out. Let's say you've always struggled with asking for help. Maybe you think it makes you look weak, or maybe you've convinced yourself you should be able to handle everything alone, but eventually you hit a wall. Vulnerability is the moment you swallow your pride and say, I can't do this by myself. And guess what? That one moment of honesty does more for your personal development than 100 fake it till you make it mantras ever could. Suddenly, people step in to support you. You learn collaboration. You learn humility. You learn that leaning on others doesn't take away from your strength, it actually builds it. But vulnerability doesn't just stop with asking for help. It shows up when you are willing to admit you were wrong. It shows up when you express your true feelings instead of bottling them up. It's there when you own your own failures instead of making excuses. Every time you choose to be open, to be real, even when it's uncomfortable, you are practicing vulnerability. And in doing so, you're creating a space to learn, improve, and move forward. The coolest part is that once you start embracing this side of you, it becomes a lot less scary. You realize the things that you thought would break you, embarrassment, rejection, judgment, don't actually have the power you gave them. The more you lean in, the more resilient you become. Not because you are armored up, but because you're okay with being seen as you truly are. When it comes to setting goals and chasing dreams, vulnerability plays a massive role. How many times have you held back from going after something because you were afraid to fail? Afraid of what people might think if you don't succeed? Vulnerability is a voice inside you that says, yeah, I might fail, people might judge me, but I'm still going for it. It's what pushes you to take risks, try new things, and step outside your comfort zone. And every time you do, whether it works out or not, you are growing. You are learning something new about yourself. There's also this beautiful ripple effect that happens when you get comfortable being vulnerable. Other people notice. They see your openness, your willingness to be real, and it gives them permission to drop their guard too. Suddenly, you are not just growing yourself, you're creating environments where growth is contagious. Whether that's in your friend circle, your workplace, or your family, it spreads. But here's the thing, it's not a one and done deal. You don't wake up one day and decide, alright, I've mastered vulnerability. Check. It's an ongoing practice. Some days you'll crush it, some days you'll backslide. There will be moments where you catch yourself putting the walls back up, hiding your struggles, pretending you are fine when you're not. And that's okay. The key is noticing it, catching yourself, and choosing to lean back into honesty again and again. Remember, it's a process. So if there's one thing you can take away, let it be this. Real growth doesn't come from pretending to have it all together. It comes from having the guts to admit when you don't and showing up anyway. That's where the transformation happens. That's where the real strength lies. That's it for this video, and if you liked it, please like this video and also share it with individuals that are having a hard time with vulnerability because of today's toxic hustle culture. Let's continue to grow together.